Hey, Eric.
Hey, Chris, what's up?
What's the best PlayStation 3 exclusive game?
I mean, my gut says Folklore. My other gut says Tokyo Jungle.
Folklore, that's a good one.
3D Game Heroes, I've heard is wonderful, but I haven't actually personally played it. I mean, it's not Heavenly Sword, right?
No, it's not. I've played
It's not Heavy Rain. Well, that's not even exclusive anymore. Like, I'm thinking locked to that hardware. Available on PlayStation Now still means exclusive for 3 to me.
Yeah.
Gosh, I wish I had more time on that one. Oh, boy.
The reason I asked you is because I can barely name a PlayStation 3 exclusive game.
I think there are a lot of them. Like Gran Turismo 5, like no one will go back and play that, but at the time, that was a wonderful driving.
Is Metal Gear Solid 5 exclusive game?
4 is.
I mean 4, excuse me.
Yeah, 4 is still on that hardware. 4 never actually left that hardware. And I haven't played 4 since 2008 as 2008, right? Like,
at the time, it was the best game.
Oh, God,
yeah.
Just the gun. Oh, my God. Like, that had some scenes in it, man. Like, I ate that shit up. Now I don't know how that holds up. But I mean, that was like peak Brown era, peak Captain cutscene.
Yeah.
Right? Like, nothing escaped the Brown for like 5 years.
Yeah.
Man, hey, future me, if you can... Never mind, my mic isn't where my computer is anymore. I cannot beam my... Future me, speak through the fake net and say what the best PlayStation 3 exclusive is. Top 3, go.
Hey, it's me talking into my portable telephone, and fuck top 3, we're going top 5. It's Warhawk, Puppeteer, Infamous, because I never played Crackdown. Infamous was a revelation. Motorstorm, Pacific Rift, and I liked the 2012 Twisted Metal. Okay, back to me in the past.
Cool. Would you like to hear some hot sounds that I've recorded?
Yes.
Welcome to Retrograde Amnesia, a comprehensive podcast where we discuss classic Japanese role-playing games, chapter by chapter, beat by beat. My name is Chris. I'm joined today by Eric. Hello, Eric.
Hey, Chris.
This episode is brought to you by somebody who's going to announce themselves in the following clip because the sound clip came from Anonymous.
This is TC Paget. I would just like to say, you're welcome, Chris.
Thanks, TC Paget. My favorite Paget.
That's big. You like David, don't you?
That's true. I do like David Paget. He's from Reno, Nevada.
What a dire place.
We are also joined by the RealNet, a collective of patrons who are listening to us record live. You too can do this if you want to at patreon.com/retroam and go on Discord, and then you can send me a sound clip and I'll put it in the podcast and it'll be funny.
We're also joined by the Fake Net, our post-production AI companion, and the only one who gets the Shiba Shintaro reference in Capcom's arcade game, Cannon Spike.
Initializing Fake Net.
I heard you like playing twin-stick shooters with a Dreamcast controller, which only had one stick.
Cannon Spike, Capcom's arcade. Is that the one that has, like, it was in the trivia before?
Yes, it's an arena shooter featuring Capcom characters like Arthur, Baby Bonnie Hood, Cammy, Charlie, and Mega Man. Shiba Shintaro is a reference from Three Wonders. He's inspired by the character Siva from the Midnight Wanderers and Chariot, 2 of the 3 arcade games in Three Wonders, Chris, of course.
Wow.
You knew that, right?
I knew that, but what I know even more is that we are free of... No, we're not free of destiny. We are now locked into our destiny.
Yes, we have no more wants and desires because we have objects of power.
We have power, yes, we do. And we're not going to talk about it.
No two men should have all this power.
No, they shouldn't. They shouldn't. By the way, now that we have these runes, we have spells. We'll cover them as we get to like the next dungeon and I start using them.
I just thought of something. A lot of what happens in the future are adults referring to us as kids over and over again. Do we not have markings that we have this great power? Because you think we would start displaying this and be like, don't mess with me.
They have not. Yeah, they haven't decided to wield the power yet, I guess.
All right.
Or they don't
power has to be exercised to be recognized.
I guess so.
All right. So we get to Muse City.
Yep.
Music, Let's Climb That Hill plays.
Climb that hill.
I walk up in the gate to Muse City, which is where the save point lives. If you're not listening since the last podcast, I haven't saved in like 3 hours or something.
Yeah.
So the gate, which the save point is behind, is closed. There's a guy in front, state soldier. He says, where do you think you're going? Jowie steps forward and says, we're friends of Victor, the mercenary leader. We told him we meet up with him. Let us in. My dude shoves it back in. Sorry, but no one comes in without an entry permit. We have to watch out for Highland spies. Jowie takes offense to this, asking if he's calling us Highland spies. Nanami steps in and says, come on, let's not lose our tempers. Leave it to Nanami. Nanami walks forward and gets in his face and says, listen, we have to meet an old grump named Victor. Come on, just listen, okay?
She's like putting her hands behind her back, doing a little bouncy head thing.
Yeah, an adorable thing.
Yeah.
The state soldier goes for the jugular. Don't be ridiculous. Now buzz off, little pug nose.
Pug nose.
Pug nose.
Damn.
Nanami takes a step back and starts visibly shaking. Her sprite is vibrating. What? What did you just call me? The guard doubles down. I called you a pug no shrimp. Now buzz off. Nanami takes a step back, shakes hard, and starts shaking her fists of fury.
She's going Marty McFly here a little bit.
She's unable to believe this shit. Yeah, shrimp. Yeah, Marty McFly chicken is to Nanami as shrimp.
Steaming.
Say that again and you'll be sorry. My dude triples down, calls her a frog-faced, whiny little tomboy. Nanami gets even more pissed and starts hopping mad. Girl, I'll rip your lips off your history. She steps up, literally fuming, but then Jowie steps in and begs her to wait. Jowie and Rio grab her by the shoulders, and the whole Sprite party moves down the screen like they're all like combining forces to
drag
eject her from the situation.
Yeah, the dog's helping.
Nanami screams, let me go, I'll kill him. She spins in circles, staring down Rio and Jowie. Come on, stay out of my way.
She's threatening murder here.
Jowie tells her the cold hard truth. It won't help to yell at the guard, and it's not as if we're part of Victor's army. The guard has no reason to believe us, but we can't just give up. We've got to find another way. We all party in. Chris, we head east and make our way to the White Deer Inn.
Yeah, and we're not told what to do.
No.
This is a RPG, go explore towns and figure it out.
And there is another town we can go to, but it's not story critical.
Yes. White Deer Inn, Amid the Silence plays.
Hey, me too.
It's a good song.
It's nice. It's
really good.
Mellow and relaxing for a cabin in the woods.
And about like maybe 45 seconds in, there's some vocals.
Chanting.
Yeah.
It's a single rustic inn in the middle of the woods. Rays of sunshine are beaming down through trees.
Is that ray tracing, Eric?
I mean, if you're going with like graphical rendering buzzwords, it's closer to God rays, right?
Yes.
A cat is asleep on top of the roof. A mother pig is feeding 3 little pigs. Or maybe they're just all walking together and it looks like they're sucking off of her tit.
Oh, okay. I just wrote 4 hogs and a cat.
I want to find this place and stay here in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Outside, there's some items we can explore.
Oh, item explorations.
Yes.
My favorite mechanic I still forget exists.
Whiskey-filled barrel,
Hell
wine-filled barrel, and Paris daisies.
Paris daisies.
I don't know what a Paris daisy is.
Fake net.
Initializing fake net.
Argyranthemum frutescens, known as Paris daisy, marguerite, or marguerite daisy, is a perennial plant known for its flowers. It is native to the Canary Islands.
Anyway, now we can go inside, party out. Yeah, it's Hilda.
She's in the Suikoden homemaker uniform, complete with choker and shirt collar.
Mm-hmm.
She greets us and welcomes us to the White Deer Inn. Quote, the beds are clean and the breakfast is included.
I love when the breakfast is included.
What else can you expect out of a bed and breakfast, Chris?
Yes.
Clean beds.
Nanami says this lady sure picked a strange place to open an inn. Don't you?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. It's between the 2 major towns, right? What's the distance between Toto and Muse? Surely you're going to need to stop off and take a piss somewhere, have breakfast, whatever. Who knows?
Piss in a pond.
Sure. Hilda panics a little bit and says, well, maybe you'd be surprised how many people stay here, which makes me think Hilda's hiding something.
Yeah.
She's not.
There's ghosts.
Yeah.
There's bed bugs.
She then shows us to our room, and then an orange-vested man comes in. He looks like the generic man from Greg Minster from Rockland.
He's definitely wearing the jeans and the tan navy vest, the puffy vest. This is Alex, a man with sharp features and a gutless smirk.
He's hollering.
He says, hey, Hilda, Hilda! Hilda emotes worrisome sparkles as Alex runs in. And Hilda asks him what he's so excited about. Alex replies, I did it, Hilda. Be happy. I finally found the way to treasure. It was just like I thought. I knew there was something funny about those ruins. What? You should be happier. We can finally say goodbye to this failure of an inn.
Damn.
Hilda seems to be extremely not down with this.
Yeah.
She hesitates, speaks, and says, wait a minute, Alex. This is not the first time husband has come home with a maniac idea of quick, rich schemes.
Yeah, but I'm still thinking that she's still trying to tell him to hush up because
the company?
Well, not only that, but because they're covering something up.
Oh.
Why would there be an in here?
Okay, well, I thought it was when your spouse, it's always the husband, starts going off on something insane, like some niche interest, and your spouse has to cover it up while you're in the real life group chat. Shut the fuck up,
honey, just listen. Eric's going to come over here once a week. We're going to talk about video games.
Exactly.
With a microphone. We're going to record it, put it on the internet, and people are going to listen to it. Okay?
That's it. Just let us do it.
Please.
He won't talk to you about the Neo Geo ever again, I promise.
Yes.
Alex ignores her, then replies, I've got to get some help. It's, spelled incorrectly, dangerous in there. Well, I bet I can find some city people to help out.
He doesn't realize there's an RPG party standing right next to him.
Perfect adventurers, bored and in search of power.
Yep.
I'll find you a jewel so big you won't even be able to carry it. We're going to be rich, Hilda.
Wow. Great.
Hilda continues to try defusing Alex. She says, Alex, please don't do anything dangerous. The treasure is probably just a rumor place. Please, I don't want you to. Alex the turd then replies with, what are you talking about, Hilda? I'm doing this for you. Anyway, I'm going to find some people to help. and he leaves. Chris, my dude's on the fast track to divorce.
He is. Alex is out of here. Joey asked if that was Hilda's husband. Hilda confirms, saying he is obsessed with treasure hunting, and she doesn't know what to do.
What's funny is as soon as he walks out the door, she says to herself, that man.
That man.
That man.
Mama, there goes that man. We go to our room. It's dark, and then all of a sudden we're awake. Morning plays because it's morning.
Beautiful morning, please.
Oh, sorry. Nanami is awake with Palika. I always think of this as Nanami's theme song, by the way, even though it's not necessarily her theme song.
It is now. Joey and Rio are still in bed, tossing out them Z's.
Yep.
I think it's funny that his sprite sleeps face down. Did you
Oh,
notice
does
that?
it? No.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Nanami says she slept well. We've been camping out for so long, which implies
Yeah,
that
we did take a long term.
Yeah. She gets a...
Chris, where did my dog sleep?
He slept out back, I think.
That Nanami gets in bed with Rio, he slowly wakes up and she moves closer and closer and physically pushes him out of bed.
Yeah, she's a violent sister.
I usually wake up on my own terms because I'm very good at first alarm waking up, but like, do your kids physically drag you out of bed?
No, actually, not anymore,
Okay.
because they know that if I'm in bed, I can't like be a cop about
Dad's
YouTube.
fury?
Yeah.
Nanami notes that Joey is oversleeping again and says, Rio, we should throw water on him.
Never do that. Never do that.
Yeah, my dad did that to wake me up when I wouldn't get out of bed for school. That was like the final resort. Fuck that.
Oh, yeah.
She pushes Rio out of the way, then physically gets in bed and then disappears. Joey wakes up, then Pillica gets out of the bed. Wait, was that Pillica? What is happening?
I think she's tickling his toes.
Okay. Joey wakes up and we all walk back to the front desk. Hilda asks if we slept well. Nami says we had a wonderful time and that... Can I just talk about like the whole wake-up sequence? Unnecessary, but great for like friendship, personality, slice of life shit.
Mm-hmm.
Nami says we had a wonderful time and the dinner that we didn't remember eating was wonderful too. Hilda hopes we'll come again soon. Nami says we'd love to, and now we've done all of the pleasantries, we can party up and get out of here. There's a weird-looking person at the breakfast table. It's a peddler and she'll sell us some stuff.
No, it's a kobold.
It's a kobold?
It's a kobold.
It's like
They're
a dog.
gray.
It's a dog person.
Kobold to me means wolf person only.
No, it's any type of dog.
Okay.
Any breed of dog anthropomorphized is a kobold.
Okay.
In Suikoden.
All right.
Trust me.
Rune Master Hagar is here too.
Yeah.
What do you wish of me, child? Never talk to anyone who speaks that way.
No.
I'll walk up to Hilda, the innkeeper, and speak to her, hoping that I have the option to save my fucking video game, and I don't.
Oh, you don't? Oh, you may have to leave and come back. So, when you exit the dialogue with the Rune Master, there's like a goodbye
AOL.wave
quip there.
Goodbye.
Just them saying goodbye, but it flashes on the screen very quickly. You can't see it, and it says, "Don't talk to me over familiar." Got it?
Really?
Yes.
What the hell does that mean?
I had to pause my emulator in order to actually.
Is it like a one frame in like 60? Like
Yeah.
what the fuck?
After you press quit, that pops up. That's what she says.
Only with this rune person?
With this one so far, I haven't.
Oh my god! What if you just uncovered like hidden dialogue for every rune? I mean, surely that you can't. Goddamn. Secrets.
Oh, beautiful dishes are displayed in here, by the way. You can go to the back room before you leave. Did you do that?
Hell no.
Well, it's Pete, their kid. He's in there. He asked if we're going to Muse. He used to go there when he was real little. Also in Pete's room, I found more beautiful dishes. A pitcher, a bowl, various vegetables, boiling potatoes, bubbling stew, and on the table I found special meat pies.
That's good.
Yeah, so... then we try to leave and Alex comes running in, right?
Alex blasts in. I want to believe he hasn't slept. Hilda asks him what's wrong, and Alex replies, "Damn, those city folk. Nobody believed me. They even called me a liar. Damn." Chris, give me a damn that's not like your usual damn. Give me an Alex damn.
Damn!
That's perfect. Fucking.
Is this a thing now where you just get to ask me to give you a damn?
Yeah, but when you had like a really good gravelly damn, but
Yeah.
you gave like somebody a damn, like somebody just threw an interception. Like it was fucking.
Yeah, that's definitely a sports damn.
Damn. Hilda gently moves closer to Alex and says his name, and then we don't need treasure, right? Alex can't believe it. What are you saying, Hilda? This time I've really found the way to the treasure. I want to give you a good life, not in the backwoods like this. We could open an inn in Muse. There already is one. Nanami picks up on a clue, asking if Alex meant the Muse citizens when he said city folk.
Yeah.
Alex is like, hell yeah, so what? Nanami's like, hey boss, does that mean you have an entry permit? Alex casually says, yes, these days you can't get in without an entry permit.
Oh. The Nami's like, let me borrow that. Joey does like a sweat drop as a reaction to her bluntness or rudeness here.
Chris, we're about to complete a weird task for a stranger we don't know or trust.
Video game, RPG, Japanese. Alex looks us over.
Yeah, he like literally looks over our entire party.
Like make sure we're high enough level or something.
Yeah.
He says if we help with the treasure, we get the permit. That's the fucking deal.
That's the deal. Here's the deal.
We can deny this plan, but we're forced into helping because Nanami and Joey were like, poke at you and say, yeah, we got to do it.
Yeah, Hilda produces worrying emotes, but we do get a choice. Forget about it. Sounds dangerous or sounds interesting will help.
Yeah.
Gotta say will help.
Yep.
Nami, and I can't tell if this is sarcasm, says, great, we're off to search for treasure. Do you think she's into it or you think she knows Alex is full of shit?
Who, Nanemi?
Yeah.
Oh, Nanemi doesn't care if there's treasure or not. She just she wants to just go on this adventure because it's going to distract from the trauma we just...
Of course.
Alex hops in the party and says we can't take the kid. He asks Hilda to look after her and he does not give a fuck where her parents are. Because we're a bunch of teenagers with a small child.
And why are we pawning off the small child? Like, what? Joey is the uncle figure here. How is he cool with this?
Who's the oldest person in your party right now?
The wolf?
Mine's probably Ricky Maru. So now we know why. Like,
there's no adults here.
Alex should be like, what's up with that guy? If you saw Ricky Maru walking with your friend or some other person, wouldn't you say, hey, what's up with him?
Yeah.
Because if I'm like a 15-year-old teenager doing all the talking and the coordinating and there's just this fucking 35-year-old man with his arm in a sling and a giant sword on his back, aren't you going to ask about that fucking guy?
My cat likes to ride around on my back, on my shoulder like a parrot.
Yeah.
And I was looking out the front door one day and a neighbor I don't know walked by the front door and just made direct eye contact with me and I raised my hand like Spock and then he just kept walking.
Yeah, you're that guy. What's up with him?
So it's funny that when Alex looks Pillica over and says, we can't take this little girl, Hilda, will you watch this kid? There's no question mark. He's telling her she has to watch the kid. I don't know if that's a punctuation oversight, but to me, it's like mission-focused Alex, you're watching this kid.
Yeah.
Maybe she could play with Pete.
Alex is on one yet again.
Hilda gives an, oh, that's no problem, but dear, I really wish you wouldn't do this. I'm thinking Alex is going to be doomed here. He's going to die.
Yeah.
Alex says not to worry. It'll be fine. Hilda tells him to please be careful. Joey decides abandoning Pillica is cool and good, then tells her to be a good girl. Rio and I will be back soon. And Pillica throws out the dots of dread.
Yes.
That's a shit. Before I left, I spoke to Pillica, the girl who watched her parents die yesterday and only knows Joey in this world, to abandon her, and she just has more dots. Finally, I speak to Hilda. She tells me not to do anything crazy and then lets me either sleep or save my video game.
Oh, congrats.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
God damn it.
Then we get to take a walk to the backyard, right?
Yeah, the ruins are in the backyard of the inn, by the way.
The inn, is that why the inn is here?
Dude, my guy is looking for treasure in his backyard, Chris. It's worse than we thought. Dog shit out there and nothing else.
Nope.
Like I did when I was 6. When we head north, the PlayStation flexes its parallax scrolling maneuvers.
Oh, yeah, with the forest.
The jungle
forest
ceiling.
Path? Yeah, yeah.
Did you get more jungle vibes here than like forest?
Oh, I didn't see jungles, no.
Okay.
I just saw like tops of just
I
regular
just saw like
trees.
hot jungle type thing.
Yeah. There's like 2 snake lady statues outside the entrance.
Yeah,
there.
That's a little bit worrying,
Yeah.
right? Is that part of the ruins or did they buy that at the concrete store? The sexy statues?
Sexy snake statues, I guess.
Alex is standing at the entryway. This is it. Take a look at this relief. I imagine he's pointing at the statue's breasts. Like, take a look at this. Look what I found. This is a treasure. Like, he brought me out here to stare at statue tits. Like, that's what the goal is.
Look at him.
That's what I expected. I was like, this is fucking... Then, like, covering Yanami's eyes. Don't look. Don't look at this man.
Alex tells us to check out this relief. Joey wonders if the inscription is in Cindarian. Alex says that the ruins were left by the lost race of the Cindar.
Now, what's the noun you said here? What's the inscription in?
Cindarian.
The fuck is that?
It's an ancient race, according to Alex.
Are they snake people?
We don't know, but this is something that will kind of...
Cindar sounds snakish.
It does sound snakish. Wow. Well, there's might be some snakes in here.
Nanami is hopping happy, telling Joey he's so smart. She wonders how he knew that. Chris, I also wonder that. How did Joey know that?
Well, he says it's not a big deal because he read it in one of his rich dad's books.
Joey, confirmed literate.
Yes. Congratulations, Joey.
Do we believe this? And do we have any reason not to believe this?
I don't think we have any reason not to believe this.
You don't think that's like it's part of some sinister like reptile snake cult that Joey's secretly a member of through his rich family? His fucking dad Joey's father absolutely owns Nazi plates, by the way.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I am right.
Okay. Alex says that, well, I mean, he lives in Highland, though.
Yeah.
We talked about earlier, Highlanders, Nazis.
Some of them.
Okay. Alex says he's been researching this for years. He learned the secret a few days ago.
I can't wait to hear what the fucking secret is, Chris.
Yeah, well, the secret is he knows how to open the door.
He flips a switch and the door opens.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we're meant to think that he is inspecting this like map thing and like he's solved the riddle that opens the door.
Yeah, he's been, I don't know, finding ancient texts and translating them or something?
Yeah, overlaying them and doing a maze puzzle. This is it. I knew these weren't normal ruins. Listen, there might be monsters in there, so let's go forward cautiously.
Does he make Hilda look at all of his translations of the language and all his diagrams?
Absolutely.
Like on an overhead projector?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's got like rubbings from chalk that he's done.
Yeah.
Charcoal rubbings.
Whew, that's a lot.
Now we're in the Cindar ruins as Chris's favorite song, Pimp 2, plays.
Pimpa, pimpa, pimpa.
We get another tablet. Alex asks, which is it? Then presses a button that another door opens. I head in. This temple is kind of outdoors, maintaining the overhead jungle theme and parallax scrolling of the entrance.
Yeah, I would describe these ruins as ruins.
Enemies. What kind of enemies did you fight here?
Well, Eric, I battled the Nightmare, which is the same kind of playing card creature that we fought in the first game.
Card jester thing.
Yes. Some creepers, which we also encountered in the first video game.
Sentient Venus flytraps.
Yes. A salamander.
Flying lizards who are also on fire.
A megawatt.
Gangly red things with one eye, three-handed claw, looks like a bunch of hot dogs.
And the most upsetting monster in Suikoden, Mr. Venus.
Crescent moon face, but it's got a beard.
Yeah, he looks like he's Billy Corgan's.
That's what I thought, that it was from the Voyage to the Moon or Tonight Tonight, but that's a full moon.
You're right. It does kind of look like the moon in like a...
Mac Tonight.
Well, yeah. I was going to say in like a children's story, like an old-timey time. Like
Is the Goodnight Moon that kind of moon?
No, I think the Goodnight Moon is just a moon.
I'm just saying, crescent moons are creepy and sinister.
Yeah. I think this is the moon that the cow jumped over.
Oh, okay. Who would win in a fight, moon or son of a gun?
Mr. Venus or son of a gun? I think they're two sides of the same coin, and they're...
Only one can exist at one time? They're in parallel on sides of the globe?
No, they can battle, but if they battle, it will be an endless duel that will never end.
Yeah, but for Mr. Venus to have light, does son of the gun have to shine?
I guess you're right. Son of a gun might win because the sun is the source of the light on the moon,
That's
right?
right.
So,
yeah. I mean, they both, if the sun loses, so does everyone, right? The Alien versus Predator thing.
I think we just simulated a conversation of two stoned people playing Suikoden 2.
I'm 100% sober at the moment, and I think so are you. Shit.
We've been doing a podcast too long.
Mr. Venus dropped a Titan rune, and I got it off of him.
Oh, cool.
It is okay to gender Mr. Venus.
Yes, that's fine. I did some checking out of magic spells here, Eric, and I had a nice time with it because we have these two new true runes, or two aspects of true rune, I should say. And I'm going to tell you...
Aspect of Rune sounds like a music track.
Aspect of Rune plays. And we can then do some magic spells, Eric. I will tell you what the magic spell does and play the sound for you because I captured it myself.
Excellent.
Jowy's Black Sword rune, the first one is called Flash Judgment. It does 120 damage to one enemy. It's just kind of, let's call it a darkness projection spell, like some darkness comes from the sky and attacks the enemy.
So Jowy's powers are all darkness related, as if he's going to submit to darkness at some point.
Yeah, and the Twinkling Blade is the second spell, which does 100 damage to all enemies and it with a 30% sudden death chance. And whenever someone has like Doom type spells, you know they're probably going to go to the other side, right? Like that's the...
Because I have Doom Train doesn't mean that I myself am doomed. In fact, I think I'm enhanced. I think I'm powerful.
That's true. And you get the third spell really early with Jowy. It is called Piercing One, which does 700 damage to one enemy, which is another kind of sword magical projection attack. Jowy is full of attack spells. Now let's talk about the Bright Shield rune, which is level 1 spell. It is called Great Blessing, Eric. The main character of your video game can heal. Is a healer.
That's better. That's convenient.
Which is something that I think this game needs because your choices of healing are limited to one or two elements, and there's lots of runes to experiment with. So the fact that you've got a healer on your team at all times, and the fact that you can equip multiple runes on your body, it creates some more diversity of the party. So
everybody's Crowley.
Basically, it does depend on the character on how many runes they can equip. So like really strong magic users will allow you to equip 3 runes. I think at least for Rio and Nanami, and Jowie, they both had 2 slots. So you can also give you can also kind of customize the way your main character works. And his second attack is called the Shining Light, which it looks exactly like Jowie's spell that shoots the energy, but it is opposite colored. It is like a bright green that does damage to all enemies.
2 one-winged angels.
The dungeon here, Eric. This is the first time I think in Suikoden that they tried to do something with the dungeon instead of you just having to navigate a series of paths and dead ends.
Yeah,
they did the thing with the shaped plates.
Yeah. So the first puzzle I found was a courtyard with 6 statues, the top right of which is a jar off of its panel, and I was like, oh man, a big puzzle, but all you do is push it back.
You have to be a Zeldaman and push the statue onto the thing.
Did you read anything as the statues being all knights in mid-sword draw, like they couldn't pull out their sword before preventing danger?
Oh, I didn't notice that. Well, the other thing you mentioned earlier, stuff about snakes, was that there is a 2-headed snake statue at the front of this place and a few other places.
But there's a round plate, and Alex, if you can't put it together, suggests you pick it up and put the round plate into this round surface that you'll encounter later in the dungeon you need to explore.
Yeah.
Later we find a triangle plate. So at some point I found a half-open door next to an empty round plate area. Did you find that?
Yeah, you can push your way through it, kind of.
Yeah, there's a fire lizard rune from the chest behind it. And I like the idea that there's actually more to this place than what we're using it for. People have been here before, and they probably did different shit when they were here.
Yeah.
Chris, do you have any idea who built all of this, or also what are we supposed to care about?
The Cindar.
Okay, just the Cindar.
Yeah.
All right.
The fire lizard rune is one of the runes that you can embed in your weapon, too. It'll give you some fire properties and some other types of things.
There's a bunch of 4-way splits. At some point, I find a long set of twisty stairs. This leads to an area where I can put the triangle piece in. When I do, water jets flowing out of the side of the ruin seal off.
Yeah, Alex calls it quite a mechanism, but when I see something like this, I don't say quite a mechanism. I say nifty contraption.
Yeah, nifty contraption is a much better localization. Yes. Thank you, Chris.
Also, doing battle here, I became very, very proud of my boy Ricky Morrow because he finally landed 2 consecutive hits. He's finally hitting guys with his double beat rune. So congratulations, Ricky Morrow.
After that water drains, he says there might be more places we can investigate now. And I just want to say, do you think this is my first game, my first rune I've ever played?
I was fading when I was playing this section. I was really tired and ready to turn it off. And I got lost here because I did not pay attention to the fact that you can run in the canals now.
Mm-hmm. And even after the canals, there's a point where you keep going north, I think, and there's like a lot of 4-way splits here.
Yeah. Did you take the square rune back and get the
Old Book Volume 2?
Yeah, an old
Magic Drain.
Magic Drain rune, which is another one you can put in your weapon, I think. And
I tried, it didn't let me.
Oh,
not
really?
with Rio anyway.
Oh, okay. And I found a water rune as well, which I guess I have not bought any runes, so it was nice to have that. So then we eventually make our way to the Journeyman's Crystal. I can save me game and prepare for the boss, Eric.
Because you can save your game whenever you want.
Yeah, but,
Behind it is a statue of a 2-headed snake, the most cursed of all objects in the physical world.
Yes. In the next room, we inspect the tablet, and Alex says that it looks like this is it. Nanami asks where the treasure is, and Alex confirms this.
Without evidence, by the way.
Yeah, he's like, this is their Cindaran writing here. It says, Traveler, spelled incorrectly, again, all that you desire, all that you dream for, all that is most dear to you is here if your heart is true.
I do like the idea that Alex has done enough research to read Cindarian. Because clearly, or it'd be even funnier if he can't and he's just like making shit up.
Yeah, Alex is not full of shit. He's just insane. Is that fair?
I mean, what he ends up finding is very funny to me, and it is both true and not true.
Yeah.
So we'll get to it.
Mm-hmm.
Nami chimes in with an astute point. All that is most dear. I wonder what that could be. I guess for me, it's Grandpa Genkaku, but he's dead. Chris, please give me that cursed wish monkey's paw zombie shit right now. Please. Yeah. Resurrect Genkaku.com.
You're ready for an episode of the Twilight Zone.
Joey guesses there aren't many things in this world that are most dear to him. Do you know why that is, Chris?
Why?
His father disowned him.
Yeah, he's got nothing left, man, except for power.
We then get a choice as to what is most important to Rio. Choices are everyone, fame, or gold.
I said everyone.
Me too.
Because
that's the classic answer. I'm a hero.
Although it's a little bit of a cop-out answer.
It's definitely a wish for more wishes type thing.
Yeah.
Joey seems to agree, saying that's number one, but he also says maybe that's number one. There is doubt inside of Joey's mind. Alex turns around, unable to believe this shit. Hey, are you crazy? It said most dear. It's got to be treasure, right? I like it. I love it. Fucking all over me.
Anyway, the gate opens.
This won't end well. Alex says, yes, I did it. Finally, the treasure of my dreams. We party up, go in, then party out. Alex is still excited. Finally, I'll find the treasure of my dreams, but Jowie is more cautious. Rio, Nanami, be careful, something's here. The camera pans up to reveal what?
A double-headed snake, Eric.
Goddamn double-headed snake.
It's a very upsetting-looking snake because once you meet it in battle and you get the opportunity to see its animations, you can see that it has gums and human teeth.
Yeah. It's got a brown belly and green and purple markings. It's the 90s Taco Bell dining room-esque color scheme of snakes.
Yes.
A worthy foe plays.
This is a very good-looking sprite. It looks better than the Golden Hydra from the end of the last game.
Yeah. It animates better. It's got a double head. When it does its attack, the fluorescent markings on its head flash contrasting colors.
Yeah.
But that's the only attack it did to me. This group lightning attack. That's it.
It also does one where it shoots lava up from the floor, and it matters which head. I think it's random. One of the two heads will attack. But I was able to take this thing down pretty quickly.
Yeah, I killed it fairly easily, and I was like, should it have done more things? I don't know.
I used Jowie's level 3 attack, and then I also got Kinnison and Shiro, and the loyal dog attack. The family attack's pretty strong too, so you can take this thing out pretty quickly.
You get a spark rune and 4,000 potch.
Yeah, I love that you're getting a spark rune early in this game. Do you know what the spark rune does?
It lets you drink Mountain Dew Spark without absorbing calories.
Basically, it augments the turn order of your characters. So whoever has the equipped spark rune will always be the first person to attack in your party, and everybody else will go immediately after them. So you give it to a fast person, they attack early, and then all the other characters are going to attack before the enemies do. It's pretty cool. I used it on Clive in the first game.
After the battle, Jowie...
That's Tips with Chris.
Tips with Chris is over. After the battle, Jowie wonders if that was a guardian of the treasure. Alex counters with something crazy. Let's just say it was part of the ruins left by the Cindar. Nanami thinks it's okay that we took care of it, just casually writing off being attacked by a massive two-headed serpent in this otherwise down-to-earth political RPG.
Yeah,
we're just fine with this.
It's okay.
Cindar ruins.
Yeah.
We walk forward and find a treasure chest at the top of some stairs. Everyone parties out with Alex approaching the chest. Nanami hops in the background, trying to see over everyone's shoulders.
Yeah, she's trying to peek up like a kid in the back of a crowd.
Alex says, here it is, the treasure, finally. Nanami complains about wanting to see it. Alex is already counting his eggs, though. Now I can finally buy Hilda some nice clothes. We'll buy some good food for Pete, too. Okay, here goes. Alex opens it and says a crushing, "What's this?" Chris, did you ever anticipate wanting something for Christmas and it wasn't what you wanted and you were 5 and reacted poorly?
I remember one time I was roughly that age, and it wasn't like my main Christmas present, but somebody gave me
a Nintendo?
No, just somebody gave me a present, like a mom's friend or something like that.
Fingernail clippers?
Oh, no, but it was action figure shaped.
Okay.
So,
no.
So I was like, this is going to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Or something of that ilk. And I opened it up, and it was I believe it was a Silverhawks figure. Silverhawks?
I'm not familiar with Silverhawks.
I think that's what it's called. Pretty sure that's what it's called. But it was about these shiny humanoid men with wings things that opened up.
What'd you do?
And
did you give it to her?
I threw it on the ground and cried.
Fuck yeah, dude. Oh my God.
Yeah. I don't know if I actually remember that story or if that story has been relayed to me by my mother, because she was
that's perfect.
Intensely embarrassed.
That is exactly the story I was hoping to get out of you for this.
Yeah.
That's so good. I forgot what mine was.
I don't remember what the question was.
Have you ever gotten expected something grand and then were just crushed by the hands of fate?
John Doe says the Silverhawks theme song fucking slaps. Will you play it, please?
It's playing right now. I've never heard of Silverhawks in my entire life. I was thinking it was Visionaries or GoBots or some other also ran.
Yeah, it was in that kind of C tier of 80s children's toy cartoons.
God. The game tells us we found a healing herb.
Yeah,
Alex asked again, what is this?
I wrote down a heel herbing, but yeah. He can't believe it. What the fuck is this?
What's most dear about this? I can't believe it. Damn, I thought I'd finally found it. You know what that means? I thought I'd finally found it. He's going to keep looking.
Yeah, he's not done.
Jowie says Alex's name and then forget the treasure, let's go back. Maybe there never was a treasure. Nami tells Alex to cheer up and that Hilda is waiting for him. My dude should be happy someone loves him, Jesus Christ. Alex throws out the dots of disappointment and then seems resigned to his fate. You're right. At least this will make a good story. Jowie says, let's go, Rio, and we get a choice. Okay, let's look around, or maybe. All 3 choices do the same thing.
Yep.
We party up, and I'm going to walk out of here. I forgot how to get out of here, but damn, there don't seem to be random encounters anymore. Did killing the snake god break some kind of spell?
I used an escape talisman, so I don't know.
Well, I got to conserve those, Chris. What if I need one later?
Yeah, he might need to escape.
We get back to the entrance and party out right as music amid the silence plays. Alex speaks. I promised Hilda all of those things, and all I got was healing herbs. I'm too embarrassed to go back. Alex physically drops the herbs and kicks them off to the side.
He throws the shit on the floor.
That's right.
Wow.
Alex says Hilda, she's going to be mad. Then Nanami offers a counter-argument. Don't worry. I don't think that's true. Come on, let's go back. And then Alex says, okay. Then Nanami takes a step forward and says, well, anyway, you really helped out hunting for that treasure. I won't forget my promise.
Does that dialogue belong to somebody else?
That's what I was thinking. Because I was like, I won't forget my promise. It's like Alex replies with, like the letter A 5 times, then we party up.
I think maybe Nanami was supposed to be saying something about like, hey, don't forget the deal we made. Yeah.
I was like, don't forget our promise. Like that seemed to me like needs a second pass.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It won't let me pick up the herb. I try.
Oh, well, sorry. Dramatic effect for later. We enter the inn.
Music fades.
Yep, it's off. Palika and Pete come running. Pete is crying for mommy and a spooky song plays. What song is this?
Sedition.
Okay, I don't think I have Sedition on my soundtrack, so I'm going to have to switch. Anyway,
Sedition?
Alex is what is it? And oh shit, Hilda is passed out on the floor.
Camera like slow pans horror movie over and she's passed. I thought she's dead, but she's just passed out.
Everyone runs over and Nanami tells them to get out of the way. She seems to know what she's doing, I guess. She barks out orders for a bed, water, and then tells Joey to go call a doctor. Is Nanami the type of person that when a crisis hits, she immediately goes into leadership delegation
Director mode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
I was only able to do that ever once in my entire life.
Was it when your children were being born?
Yes, it was as soon as the water broke here at the house, I immediately just like, and then like was just a fucking robot for the next like 2 hours. Like
Nice.
I just went and picked the bag up, calmly got in the car. Like I was so
routine.
fucked that I was calm.
Nice.
And that's not typical of me. Fucking wild. Anyway, the nanny's got it going on.
You know what I was disappointed by here is Hilda is a character, but not one who's worth custom sprite work.
Oh,
She just stays on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody gathers around her. But Nanami she gets in a custom kneeling animation and cradles Hilda's head, then fires off exclamation points. Get a bed ready, blah, blah, blah. And then she tells Joey to go call a doctor. And I'm like, do we have phones?
I think she means like
Go
in the street and yell doctor.
Yeah, the street in the woods.
But the next town is burned over and we can't get into the other one, so I don't think Joey's going to have much success.
After it fades to black, it comes back up and Hilda is in bed. A frazzled Alex asks if Hilda is going to be all right. Nami moves into the bed to check on her and then says, she's burning up. I've never seen anyone this hot. We've got to do something. Alex can't seem to imagine what they can do. Nami thinks they have to get her fever down. Nami wonders when Joey is going to get back. Oh, no phones confirmed.
Yeah.
Alex says there are no doctors around here, don't live in the woods, and usually they go to Toto. I'm going to be like, dude, you know about Toto?
Yeah, but it's been burned down. And no one here is aware of the fact that the universe is teaching Alex a lesson right now.
Yes.
Like that's what's
the one
going
he should
on
have
here.
learned when it was an herb.
We're in the middle of a parable. It's great. I love it. I love when shit like this happens and it's so obvious and no one recognizes it until the very end.
I didn't expect this next part because amid the silence resumes and I have control.
Yeah, it's like figure this out.
Yeah. Alex says it's all his fault. Nanami says we have to get the fever down. Pika sobs. Pete says he needs mommy. I know what to do because this is not my first RPG. Chris, what do we do?
We go and we get the shit that he threw on the ground, dude.
We race back to those ruins. Pick that shit up.
Get the herbs.
Alex the dumbass. I give the herbs back to Nanami. Alex can't believe this shit. You mean those herbs? From the ruins? You think that'll work? Nanami seems to think so. I don't know, it might. It's the treasure of Cindar, isn't it? Fade to black. Comes back up and Alex is speaking. Hilda, it's medicine, eat it.
Eat this medicine.
It's medicine, eat it.
Eat is
Eat
not
it.
a word you use, a verb used with medicine.
Consume.
It's take.
Swallow.
Take, yeah.
Eat the medicine. Chew that shit up. You'll feel better, please, Hilda. Suddenly, Hilda's portrait reappears and says, na. Music, heart-softening BGM 1. My favorite heart-softening BGM plays.
Yes. Hilda's eyes open.
Yes.
She looks up at Alex. Alex calls out to Hilda and he welcomes her back.
Question marks appeared over her head, and I hoped, my dream was she's now an amnesiac and doesn't know who the fuck he is.
Yeah. Then Alex apologizes. Then Amy steps up and says it really worked. Her fever is totally gone. Alex steps up and says, I'm sorry. You were right. There was no treasure. Hilda is maybe also confused, says he can keep looking.
God damn it.
Then Hilda says, oh, that's too bad. I had a dream that you came home with your hands full of treasure. But it's nice just to have you back safe and sound. Please don't do anything dangerous again.
Dude, she really did bet that he had found the treasure and dreamed of it.
Yeah.
But instead, do you know what he found?
Hilda.
Ibuprofen.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Alex calls out to Hilda again. She tells him not to cry. She says, quote, a grown man shouldn't cry, which I don't think I really agree with that, but
no.
Hilda is perhaps old-fashioned. Jowie then comes running back, huffing and puffing like Faye in the Veltal. He says he couldn't find a doctor. He looked all over. But now Jowie, who is very confused, because I imagine this is like a sitcom where some guy busts in the door and everybody just turns around and is staring at him and everything's okay now. But now he realizes that everything is now A-okay.
Pillica walks over and jumps. Joey notices that it looks like Hilda's fine. Fade to black. Music amid the silence plays, and we're all back at that front door area.
Yep.
Hilda thanks us. She's fully recovered. Alex gives us the entry permit and says we can return anytime. Chris, we will never do this. I'm never coming back here.
You got the entry permit.
Joey leaves.
Will you come back here if these two are stars of destiny?
I've already come back here.
Okay. I honestly don't remember.
Joey leaves them with okay, hopefully we'll see you again soon. Hilda says our money's no good here, sleep for free. That's why I came back.
Yeah.
Nami's like, let's get the fuck out of here and Muse. Joey wonders if this is right. The permit is Alex's. Has Joey ever broken a rule in his life? Is he one of those kids?
Yeah, because they try to look at the girl eating the picnic. Having the picnic with her dog.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right. I'm just saying, like, I judge, but I was one of those kids. Halloween, 1990, we had a strict line of houses we could go to, no further. Kyle wanted to go beyond the houses.
Oh.
And he did. And I went home and told on him.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I didn't want to get abducted. I just watched stranger danger videos. Nanami says, don't worry, let's go. What the fuck happened to Hilda? Did she hit her head? Did they get attacked? Was it like a spell? What the fuck happened?
Yeah, is it like when you open that treasure chest, does the lesson magic start?
Yeah.
And it finds what is actually truly precious to Alex, and then it
hands you the cure.
Hands you the antithesis, or the cure.
That's actually a really creative solution. I will bet with that.
Okay.
I just thought that like she hit her head on something or they got robbed.
Yeah, they will never know. Speaking of this entry permit, and most of this will be addressed here shortly, but we have one entry permit, and there are 6 of us and a dog.
And a squirrel.
Yeah. Where is the squirrel? If the squirrel's not in your party, where are the characters that are in my party?
Maybe it's like per family, like one per family entry.
Well, you want to find out by going to Muse?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's go climb that hill. We party out, and Nanami tells us all to hold the fuck up. She says we could all get in with the entry permit we just borrowed from Alex, which I don't believe. I don't believe this one bit. Joey sweat drops and wonders if this is really going to work.
This paranoid, naive shithead.
Nanami's plan, quote, I'll be Hilda, Rio is Alex, and Joey, you're Pete. The rest of you just hush. Hush, Eric.
Hush. Joey wonders why it has to be Pete and why Pillica can't do it.
Yeah. Pillica is a girl, you dummy, says Nanami. Joey sarcastically says, oh yeah, this is real believable that I'm your son, right?
You know, I'm on Joey's side here. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, it's true. They asked Rio to weigh in on this whole situation. And you can say, Nanami, or it'll be fine, come on already, or let's go, Pete.
What'd you pick?
I picked let's go, Pete.
Me too.
Wayne says, this is Pete, let's go. Thanks, Wayne.
That's it. This is Pete, let's go.
Joey sweat drops and we're off.
Nanami says it's too late to back out, and Rio says we should listen to his big sister.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Rio should listen to his big sister. So Nanami, big sister confirmed.
Okay, got it.
Fuck it, I guess we're doing it live. We all approach the state soldier. Nanami walks up and gets into a custom animation, moving her head to the side and kind of bashfully, like, chuckling into her fist. What do you interpret that as?
I have her, like, going, like, how do you describe this?
I don't describe that. There's no action in my fucking life. What are you doing? You're like waving in front of your mouth.
Yeah, that's what she's doing. Like I'm a pretty lady. Like prancing.
Okay, like I thought like perhaps
she's trying to act like a grown up. I think.
I see. I thought she was like covering her mouth, like when your boy drops his food lunch tray onto like your other boy and ruins his nice shirt. Like ooh type. Yeah.
Maybe
like the alm but fist. Ho ho.
Ho 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 ho.
Our entry permit. How amusing. Take a look at this. The state soldier moves forward to look at it, then wonders which one of us is Alex, and we get a choice.
Yep.
Me. Ahem, I am, or who's who? What'd you pick?
I picked it's me. Or the second one.
I picked fuck it, burn the world down. I picked who's who. What happened to you?
Rio just speaks up, and then Nanami presents herself as Hilda.
In my case, Nanami walked over to Rio and elbowed him in the gut, and then she says, ho ho, this is Alex, young man. He then asks us, who is Hilda? Nanami moves forward and says, ho ho ho. Is that what that is? Is that more Chun-Li? I am Hilda. The state soldier fires off the dots, then asks where Pete is. Joey stutters, then receives the elbow to the stomach from Nanami that I received.
Yeah?
I'm Pete. The state soldier backs up, I think frightened.
Yeah.
You're Pete. There's something funny about you guys. He then blows his soldier whistle, and 5 more dudes who look just like him all rush out the front door behind him. They surround us. He tells them to take us into custody. They close in as it fades to black, and Nanami asks, why? I think she's genuinely confused. I think she genuinely believed this was going to work. Like, she put on the fucking show for something that would never, ever work. And we, both Jowie and, like, I think my Rio half-assed it, but Jowie to me was like, no effort.
Do you think that when they were writing Nanami, they were like, let's do Gremio, but the opposite? Because that's kind of...
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty good.
Crickets. Do you have crickets?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I captured them. What was funny, though, I went upstairs to get my capture device, and I came back down with it, and the crickets faded, and I had to, like, restart the scene to make the crickets start again, so I don't know, like, what the shit is happening.
Oh, weird. I don't... No, I don't think that happened to me, because I was noting this. We're in a jail cell, but it's not, like, framed, like, top-down perspective. It's kind of like a 3/4 perspective.
Yeah, it's from the side.
Because you can see the side of the bed. It's a nice, very... The cinematic RPG, one could say.
There's one window letting a bit of light in with 2 beds. The state soldier's at the door. Soldier says, you guys are a big pain in the neck. Cool off here for the night. Chris, cool off here for the night. 3 out of 10 insult. Not very intimidating.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
Nami doesn't get it. That's weird, huh? I thought we were perfect. Joey takes a step forward and suggests we were perfectly horrible.
Ooh, sick burn there,
Nami
Joey.
gets mad, saying we could have fooled them if Joey had tried just a little harder. Joey says Nanami is the one who overreacted. Nanami can't believe this shit, saying she acted like a 28-year-old woman. Joey asks which part of the 28-year-old woman. Nanami tells him all of it. I love all the women parts. Joey asks me who was more realistic, him or Nanami, and we get a choice. And I just want to, like, take the cyanide pill.
Yeah, it's bad.
Joey was better. Nanami was better. You both stunk. What'd you do?
You both stunk.
I said you tell the truth. She was good. She tried, man.
Okay. They both get pissed at me. Joey tells Rio not to put his acting in the same class as Nanami.
In my case, she hopped and responded, you see, I knew it. And Joey says, Rio, really, you don't mean it. And I'm like, dude, you sucked.
Yeah.
Please.
You're a bad dude.
The guard barrels in and tells us to shut up. You guys go to sleep. Fade to black. It comes back up. Joey and Rio are awake. Pilika, the child they have jailed, and Nanami are in bed.
They didn't send Pilika to, like, some sort of protective service or something?
I want to believe the squirrel and the wolf are in cages somewhere.
At least, like, put Pilika in, like, a mercenary school or something. Like
fucking mercenary
a
school.
orphan school.
Start training her.
Yeah.
Rio asks Joey a question. Can't you sleep, or what is it? I ask if he can sleep. What'd you ask?
I ask him what's up.
Joey tells me to take a look to the window. The moon is out there. It's a full moon. Fade to black. And I wanted, like, Mr. Venus to be superimposed.
No, I don't need to see Mr. I hope that, actually, you know what? I do hope there is another Mr. Venus sprite used later, but it's like a different color and it's a different name, and I can't wait to see what that name is.
Yes, palette swap Mr. Venus.
Anyway, we're looking at the moon through that window. It's a full moon, Eric.
Point of view camera angle.
I was sitting here on the stream last night and watching this scene, and I said, ooh, is Theme of a Moonlit Night going to play? And indeed, it does play after you press
I
the button.
think you mean Moonlit Night theme.
Well, I know it is Theme of a Moonlit Night from Suikoden 1, and that's what I'm going with here. This is the part of Suikoden, if we can rhyme the games here a little bit. This is the part of Suikoden that prefaces, like, a big happening. Things are about to change, and we're having that heartfelt conversation. The same kind of conversation we had with Odessa before we picked up the plans from Kage or whatever, or passed him off. Yeah, like that moonlit conversation prefaced things changing for Tyr McDowell, and this, I think, is going to preface the big happenings that are going to occur in this game. Jowie begins reminiscing on the plot of the video game, I guess.
A lot has happened since we left Highland, huh? That vision, the one we saw in the cave in Toto Village. Back then I was jealous of you. In my house we had everything we ever wanted, we got. But Rio, you and Nanami and Grandpa Genkaku may not have been related by blood, but even so, you had a real connection. That was the one thing I wanted but never got. Rio, do you remember the day that you and I met? I didn't know what I should say to you, so I just watched you and Nanami. You talked to me first. So Rio, do you think we'll ever get back to Kiaro? We get a choice. Before we pick that choice, so, like, Jowie is the rich kid who has all kinds of money but no love from father. Richie Rich.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Also, do we know that Rio and Nanami were adopted, like, so they're not blood related, or Genkaku adopted both of them when they were...
We haven't covered this yet, but we will in the future at a better time. But the manual calls her a foster sister.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think they're both two kids taken in by the Genkaku.
And also, this appears to be telegraphing Jowie's fatal flaw, as he wants a real human connection.
Yeah.
And it also inadvertently confirms that they saw the same vision, or at least they think they did.
Yeah.
So you can pick, don't worry, we'll go back, or those dots.
I got dots because when we left Kiara, I said, fuck this place. And
Yeah,
I'm going to be
consistent.
consistent with that.
Do you think Jowie was jealous of Rio in the cave, and that started to like sow the seeds of discontent by what, like looking back on his past like that, what he realized then?
Yeah, and also I think Jowie is starting to understand the nature of his power, or at least understand like what new paths are opened up by power, because he's seen how much damage has been done to Palika, and he wants to have enough power to prevent that from happening.
Save Padme's life.
Exactly what I was about to say. Which is really the same kind of conflict, right?
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Just played out a little bit differently, so it's nice. What's he say to you?
I reassure him, and he agrees. When this stupid war ends and things get quiet again, let's go back there.
Yeah, same thing.
The three of us, so he says the exact same thing.
Yeah.
The three of us, me, you, and Nanami, we could fix up Grandpa Genkaku's dojo and make a living teaching his way of fighting. But the important thing is we could live and go on, as long as I don't ever have to join the army again. So I'm gonna join those Jedi. Rio, during the long days I spent with Pilika, Marks, and Joanna after I was saved near Toto Village, that's when I first realized what was important to me. You see, even though Pilika called me Uncle Jowie, I still couldn't protect her. And we get a choice, more dots or it'll be okay. This game loves fucking dots, by the way.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of dots in this game. I tell Joey that it'll be okay.
Me too. I tell him my heartfelt themed up, dude, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Pilika is very young and will soon forget her dead parents. In just 2 years, you won't even be able to see their faces.
Also true.
Thanks, Rio. I made that up.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rio. Thank you. I have a dream to make this land safe again so that children like Pilika can grow up surrounded by the warmth of people that love them. I want to go back to the time like that. For that, I'd fight with every last bit of strength in my body. God damn it, he wants to go back to 1950, Chris.
Yeah, two things. First of all, Tokame said Jowie is so idealist that it hurts.
Yeah.
Which is very...
That's accurate.
Yeah, very accurate here. And...
It's like idealist, but flawed by lack of real-world experience, I think.
He thinks he's going to go do a utopia.
Yes.
That's what that's his goal, like to
Nobody will ever have hurt again.
Mm-hmm. And that path always leads to like the path of order in favor of squashing all chaos. But then we have crickets again.
Yes, they come back as it cuts out to the jail cell.
Yes, Palika wakes up. She's got a teddy bear.
Yeah.
Which is a nice little thing there.
The jailer must have shoved that through the bars.
She does some dots. Jowie apologizes for waking her up. Jowie says it's late, and he goes to sleep. He puts Palika to bed.
There's only 2 beds, so I guess they all share.
Yeah, to me they look like they were on the floor, but it's hard to say, like blankets on the floor, but there's probably a bed there.
Joey gets in bed with Palika. It looks like he just pushes her over, and then she falls asleep. And I think we're meant to think he was tucking her in, maybe?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Fade to black. It comes back up with the only possible thing that could ever happen, a dialogue box. And you'll see who set the dialogue box on our next episode of Retrograde Amnesia.
But before we see the dialogue box in the game, we're going to read the dialogue box, which is a window that's
in a crashing program on
Windows 11 on Discord in the chat. I'm going to read them from the RealNet.
Initializing RealNet.
After I said that, Gay Station 2 says, Chris, what the fuck? Which,
if you talk for 2 straight hours, you can kind of reach a mania state where language, like I'm in a state right now that is different than if I were just like sitting idle at work and somebody asked me a question, right? Like there's some brain things happening.
Yeah, that's why.
Also, I want to go to sleep.
That happens on this podcast essentially once every 2 episodes. That's because the second episode of the night, we both get closer to our mania state and more things just come out that we didn't plan to say.
Yeah.
John Doe says, Hilda posted about this on r/relationships while Alex is posting a thread entitled AITA for trying to risk my life in a haunted cave.
Am I the asshole?
For legendary gemstones. Yeah. Am I the asshole? I was trying to... Yeah. That's that. Yeah.
It would have fixed all of our problems.
Many of them. John Doe says Alex is literally bringing these kids that he doesn't know are special badasses off to spelunk in a hell cave. Yeah, that's true. He doesn't know how strong we are. He's sitting there watching Jowie and Rio cast magic spells. Eric Van says, the treasure to surpass the 27 true runes. Alex, pointing at the titties.
There was always the kid in my first grade class who knew which issue of National Geographic to look at during library hour.
Yeah. My dad was chasing geese in a golf cart the other day.
Good. Fully grown or?
My dad is fully grown.
No, with the geese, idiot.
He was his 3 grandsons, 2 of them my sons, in a golf cart, scaring geese.
Good.
So,
those things, that could have gone poorly.
Yeah, that's true.
No offense to your kids, but a goose would win that fight. With
Oh,
both of
yeah,
them.
and they know because
Okay.
there's a lot of geese at the zoo and stuff, so there's a geese in a parking lot is the scariest fucking goose.
Yeah, dude. They hiss.
When Untitled Goose Game was announced, I was like, this is nonfiction.
Yeah,
Like,
that's real. Mischievous assholes.
okay, let's read some more comments. We've been talking about geese for a while, Eric. You want to start a goose podcast?
Yes.
How long can two assholes talk about a goose?
Probably another 10 minutes. That's it.
Gay Station 2 says double-headed snake with teeth is a gay guy's worst nightmare.
God damn it.
Gay Station 2 bringing the power tonight.
There was that Reddit post from the guy who had 2 dicks. You ever see that?
No.
Full 2 dicks, pictures and everything. It's crazy. Look it up. I believe he was a shower too and not a grower. So
John Doe says, did the Cindar poison Hilda? In this video essay,
you will see that all the snakes were pointed with their eyes toward the white deer inn.
John Doe says, Alex, you dipshit, you discovered herbs that cure mysterious anime disease, and that's worth infinite money.
Yeah.
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 That's the lesson you're supposed to learn there.
Is that the version of the combustion engine that we just overlooked this time?
Yeah, I think you're right. Eric Van Eyne points out that Nanami almost talked / beat her way in without a permit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we just decided not to choose violence as a solution to this problem because that would just make things worse. But
Well, you think there's a commotion.
That would have worked, though.
It would have worked.
Because we got put in jail and Victor would have come got our asses out.
Right, or Victor would have heard the commotion and gone to investigate it because he loves violence.
We could have skipped Alex.
We could have impressed Victor as well.
Skip Alex and press Victor. I have Airwolf says, are there camel crickets in Chris's basement? Do they have those in Kentucky?
Don't.
What's a camel
Fuck
cricket?
you. I'm not, no.
No?
Google it. You Google it. I'm not going to think about that ever again.
Is it gross or just a gross cricket?
Look it up.
I don't have to cut myself saying.
Okay, first off,
this is not like it's like a picture of a butthole or something.
No, as far as I know, it's a real cricket. It's just a terrifying creature.
Oh, no, I don't want to look at that.
It might be a butthole. I don't know. I'm pretty sure. Now I'm doubting all crickets are kind of gross anyway.
John Doe says, Jowie's about to decide that having a true rune is not enough power. He needs political power.
The true power to get paid.
Cool. Thanks, RealNet, for joining us tonight. We'll see you next time. Don't think about Mr. Venus before bed. This episode is a production of Retrograde Amnesia recorded on July 5th, 2022. You can find us on Twitter at RetroAmnesiaPod, email the podcast at retrogradeamnesia.com, support us on Patreon at patreon.com/retroam, and you can get early access, bonus episodes, miniseries, and access to the RealNet if you want. Thank you, Mark
Shepard.
for the music.
You're welcome, Chris.
Until next time, Eric.
Yes, we will kill Mr. Venus's father, Mick Mars.
And now you may go back to hell with Mr. Venus. Asian dub mix. But no, I'm going to say
Falafel, excellent food.
Just carry on.
Cut it. The Garled?
By the way, Silverhawks. Why did I say Silver Point? What is that? What is Silver
I have
Point?
no idea what any of this shit is. You're making it all up.
Yeah, you have no idea what I'm looking at right now. It's weird.
Like, if this whole Silverhawk thing was like a gaslighting attempt to make me to believe in a toy that never existed, it worked. I've never heard of that in my life. And I love toys.
And eventually, or hold on, do you have anything else you found or before we get to the boss area?
No, that's it. Before the Journeyman's Crystal.
So then we... Damn! Video game, RPG, Japanese, RPG, video game. Damn!